Today I'm going to talk about a simple way to eat healthy. A lot of times people really think too much about how to do it. It's very simple actually. And a lot of it's just common sense. And I'm going to break down an easy way to eat healthy. As far as eating goes, to eat healthy, focus on eating real foods, natural foods. Stay away from processed foods. Maybe you don't know what processed foods are. Well, processed foods were foods that were already made for you. For an example, if you get a hot dog, okay, you could not go out, find an animal, and there's hot dogs inside of it. They have to process it. They have to put all kinds of fillings in there, and it goes through a process to become a hot dog. And by doing so, there's additives, and it raises a lot of the fat content, and we got to put extra sodiums in there and all kinds of stuff to make it the way it is, and stuff to make it stick together and all those kind of things. Another example of processed food, is a Pop Tart. You can't find a tree that's growing Pop Tarts out there. They had to go through a process and make a Pop Tart. Another example would be white bread. Believe it or not, they took out all the grains and fibers to make it softer and fluffier, not to be good for your health, but just for you to think it tastes better, so you're more likely to buy it. Whole wheat bread, or whole grain bread is more natural, and that's what you should have if you're worried about health. Other examples of processed foods are cereals. A lot of your cereals are all processed. You can't find Fruity Pebbles growing anywhere outside. Cocoa Puffs are not growing outside. If you want to eat cereals, I recommend your whole old-fashioned oatmeals or your muesli cereals, or you have a whole grain cereals. And you can make those cereals taste good by taking a natural sweetener like honey and squeezing it on there. Add some raisins, add some bananas. That'll make it taste much better. So try to stay away from foods that were processed. Also, like pre-made foods. If you go get a bag of food that was like a meal already made for you, they pack it full of sodium. Sodium is salt. And if you consist of too much salt in your diet, it's going to raise your blood pressure and make you swollen, make your body retain water. A little bit of salt's okay. We're supposed to eat some salt, but if you're eating foods like canned foods, like canned soup, so much sodium in canned soup. So you got to be careful with stuff that's canned or frozen TV dinners as well. Now, the key is eating natural foods. Natural foods is stuff that you can find. An apple off a tree is natural food. You can eat apples all day long. It's not going to bother you. Broccoli, cauliflower, carrots, all these vegetables, mushrooms, they're all natural foods. And you can cook them by adding natural stuff like natural herbs and spices, natural oils like olive oil, avocado oil, things like that. They have good fats in there for your body. And prepare it and cook it yourself. Or you can eat these things raw. You can have raw broccoli, dip it in hummus. You can make hummus yourself with just chickpeas, garlic, onion, and sesame seeds. It takes about 5 minutes. Not that hard. Oh, and add some olive oil too. So you can just eat natural foods. Grass-fed steaks, it's got good fats for you. It's fine. Whole eggs, cage-free, no problem. Fish, a lot of fish is good, but stay away from the huge fish that live in oceans because they carry a lot of mercury. But I recommend salmon for you. Salmon's really great, and focus on getting fish once a week or so. Fruits, enjoy fruits, but fruits do contain fructose, which is a sugar. Fruits are good for you. They're full of vitamins and minerals that are part of the macronutrients our bodies do need. And so enjoy those, but just don't eat too much fruits. As I said in the other video about macronutrients your body needs to survive, carbohydrates, fats, and proteins. And protein was the most important, especially now since we're all growing. You're young and you're growing. You want to get enough protein for your body to grow. So when you're getting your protein, go for like lean protein sources like ground turkey, turkey meat, white meat, chicken, leaner cuts of steak, and fish. It should be your protein sources. You can also do yogurt. Yogurt is natural. Cottage cheese, all these good places to get protein. But be careful with the yogurts as far as sugar goes. Some of them have a lot of added sugars. So your grains, get natural grains. Whole wheat, whole oats. Get your pastas from whole wheat sources. And try to stay away from all the white bread and white rice. You can have it sometimes too, but just do it more in moderation. The white breads and white rices, they raise insulin levels high since they're processed to become white. The brown rice, wild rice, things like that are much better for you because they keep your insulin levels low and they don't spike your sugar as much. And then when you do eat, it goes more by calories. And the old thing was you had to have a breakfast. Well, there's nothing wrong with eating breakfast. It's great. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't, depending on how I want my calories to be spread throughout the day. If I ate 3,000 calories a day, and I did it in one meal, or I ate 3,000 calories out of 6 meals, you're going to gain or lose just as much weight, really. It's all about calories in, calories out. If you burn more calories a day than you take in, simply, you're going to lose body weight. If you take in more calories than you burn, then you're going to gain body weight. So you're growing, most of you, so it's just got to make sure you eat a healthy meal, and I wouldn't even worry about the calories. As long as you're staying away from the processed foods, I really wouldn't worry about calories. If you're eating a bag of potato chips, eating McDonald's French fries, dipping in sugary ketchup with a greasy cheeseburger with white bread on top, then you're probably having a lot of calories. But then again, you're not following what I said. You're not eating natural, healthy foods. You're eating more processed junk, which therefore is going to cause weight gain and inflammation in your body. If you're eating all natural foods, the odds of you eating too many calories is pretty slim. You would have to eat so much broccoli to have too many calories in your day. It would be unbelievable. Like, you'd probably have to eat a bag of broccoli this big would have less calories than one McDonald's cheeseburger this big. So there's a big difference between the two. What a healthy plate should look like. A healthy plate should consist of have your protein source, which is your meat source, whatever it wants to be. Have your vegetable source for all your nutrients, all your vitamins, all your fiber. Fiber in these vegetables helps go and clean up your arteries and clean out your insides. You need fiber. A lot of American diets don't consist of enough of fiber because they're not eating enough whole grain or natural foods. Also have a little fruit and have your carbohydrate source. It comes little carbs from the fruit, a little carbs from the vegetables, but you also wouldn't mind having like another carbohydrate source like a sweet potato or a baked potato or whole grain pasta, brown rice, something like that. So if you're eating like that, that's a perfect little plate for dinner. Try to get them all. Now, do you have to eat all those at one time? No. Maybe breakfast you wanted to have your fruit. Maybe you had oatmeal with a little honey and some fruit for breakfast. And then maybe later on, you had a bunch of protein. Like maybe you had a nice steak for dinner or chicken breast. And then you had that with your vegetables. So it doesn't matter how you do it. As long as you get those things in your body throughout the day, you're gonna feel good. Again, the carbohydrates from the oatmeal, the whole grains, and the baked potatoes, sweet potatoes, those things are gonna give you energy. You also get energy from fats, like the fish or nuts, things like that is fine too. All right, the last thing I'll talk about as far as eating healthy is what you drink. Okay, what you drink is a big deal. So many people drink sugary drinks. Like pop is unbelievably sugary. If you like pop, there's something out there called Zevia, which I recommend. This is it's got like a Mountain Dew flavor. It's called Mountain Zevia. This is flavored with something called stevia. Stevia is not an artificial flavoring. Stevia is a plant. It's a natural plant that gives that a drink a sweeter taste. Believe it or not, stevia has health benefits, so there's nothing wrong with drinking a Zevia. But if you're drinking Diet Cokes or Coca-Colas or Pepsis, none of those things are good for you. The stuff they put into Diet Pops is no good. And if you had a Mountain Dew this big, it'd probably have almost 50 grams of sugar. That would mean they would fill it up to here with just sugar alone. And honestly, guys, sugar is one of the worst things you can put in your body, these artificial sugars. It's what causes inflammation, and inflammation causes disease. Sure, everybody has sugar once in a while, but if you're drinking pop every day or multiple pops a day, that's bad news. You should cut that out of your diet. Just by doing that, you'll feel so much better and you'll be so much healthier. Juices aren't as bad as pop, but they're still full of sugar. At least they have, like orange juice might have some vitamin C, but it's better for you to eat a real piece of fruit than drink it from a juice. But having a juice once in a while is better than pop just because it has a little bit of vitamins in it. But I recommend the same as juice. Have it once in a while. Focus more on eating your real fruits, whether they're frozen or fresh. And even some canned fruits is okay as long as you check and see they're not full of syrup. Heavy syrup is heavy sugar they added to the cans. So look for the sugar and sodium content of your cans. Water is very important. This giant thing here I have, it's filled with water, ice in it. You hear it shake. Drinking water all the time helps keep your body cleansed. It cleanses you. It's really important. Keeps your skin without softer. Help you not break out with pimples. It just flushes out your body of a bunch of toxins. So drink lots of water. It's really important. If you like to squirt something in your water, give it some flavor, go ahead. It's better than drinking pop for sure. You can buy little squirts that are sugar-free, but if you can find them flavored with stevia, you're even better off because at least they're using a natural substance. Remember, we talked about natural. Try to eat natural foods, natural things, and consume natural stuff. So I hope this video works for you. So again, it doesn't, if you want to eat 3 meals a day is fine. You want to eat 4 meals a day is fine. 6 meals a day is fine. Even honestly, I don't recommend 1 meal a day unless you're older, but it's fine as long as you're getting enough calories and getting all the nutrients you need. I think it's easiest to do that if you're eating 3 meals a day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But, if you skip breakfast, but you're getting a good big lunch, healthy lunch, and a big dinner, maybe you're eating a snack before bed, it's healthy, you're still getting your 3 meals a day in. So it's whatever you feel best doing. We're all different. All right, have a great day. I hope this video helps. Talk to you later.